Cox had kidnapped a man a couple of months previously, and shortly after the kidnap, he saw Cyrus with what he describes as a Beretta pistol down his waistband, basically making idle threats that he was going to get even with the guys that had kidnapped him.
The name Cyrus has been about for the last 3-4 weeks, but so a number of names have come up from different selling sources. Over the last week, the Cyrus has progressed, and we're quite confident the name isn't Cyrus now, and it says that it's Siren, it's Siren Martin.
Siren Martin was kidnapped on the 17th of January and beaten by Marcus Cox. The whole reason for the kidnap is Siren Martin is quite a large time supplier of skunkweed, and it is widely known that he has got money, and therefore the motive for the kidnap was to rob him. Furthermore, we had intelligence to suggest that Siren Martin had left the country. A flight ticket was booked on the 6th of March, the day after the murder, and on the 7th of March he left London Heathrow to Kingston, Jamaica.
With a lot of these suspects that have come up, they've all been victims at one stage of Marcus Cox. So there's obviously a lot of people out there that had motivation to do this, but without a doubt this has to be the mainline inquiry at this stage.
During the kidnap, Siren Martin managed to escape before his family paid the £20,000 Marcus Cox had demanded. But Siren Martin refused to tell the police what happened.
Dale, come back for it, mate. We need a bit of aggression.
Although they believe Siren Martin is in Jamaica, Mark Brooks's team have a warrant to search addresses they think he used in London. They're after evidence linking him to the murder. First, they go to his family home. They don't know who might be in.
Police! Police officers! Stay where you are! Police! Clear. Clear.
Bathroom, bedroom. The bedroom here, which is obviously his bedroom. He's obviously grabbed a few bits and just left.
The house appears to have been abandoned. A sniffer dog is brought in to search. They still need to find the firearm used in the murder.
I don't think anyone would probably be that stupid to leave the gun here. If anything, they're going to throw it in a canal, in a river or something like that. But knowing that the murder took place on Friday, and on Sunday afternoon at 12:40 he's flying out of the country, which is quite rapid, he's not going to have had the presence of mind to cover all the bases. So clothing, phones, correspondence, stuff like that. Hopefully we should be able to make a bit of luck for ourselves and recover some exhibits. Hello, Mark Brooks.
While the search continues at the family home, Mark Brooks's team head for another address they think Siren Martin might have used.
The occupier will have a reasonable amount of time to open the door. He'll be told that, and if he doesn't open the door, then we'll put it in and smash it through. Even if there's no one in, we'll be going through the door and search. So one way or another, we're going in through that door this morning.
The only proviso might be if they got an iron grill across it.
Well, yeah. That would be a bit of a shocker, wouldn't it? Put your head through that box. Hello? Can you open the door, please?
There's no answer. They need to break through the door, but it has steel bars running through it. The team's ex-bodybuilder gives it a go.
No, just bounce it.
40 inches. Help!
Someone in there?
No, don't know. 20 inches. Alright, the building will fall down before the door does.
He's not going to go in.
Try the inches, Paul. Try the inches, top and bottom. Try the bottom one first. Bit higher. Open the door! Then. It's the police officers. I bust the door. Oh, you're going to have to open it with that now.
Stand back.
Hello, mate.
Police.
What is going on?
What's your name?
Sean.
Sean what?
Sure.
They shot me over there.
Right, come in. Go through, Sean. Let me speak. I'm Operation Trident.
How many locks he got on that door? Look, 1, 2, 5.
Pick up on the figure.
If you try not to make a mess.
The flat is searched for evidence, but the occupier is not who they expected.
Yeah, okay.
Is this your missus?
Smiling, Mrs.
He has no criminal record and no link to Siren Martin. He'd planned a day off work and was fast asleep when Trident arrived.
Smooth and renew face, loofah pads.
The girlfriend.
Oh, you sure?
Are you sure? They've come with jokes, they've come with wolf dogs, so I might as well have a joke with them. I'll try to help them as much as I can, but what they're actually talking about, what they're looking for, I do not know what. It means nothing to me, so they find anything, but I'm sure they won't.
The occupier's guess is right. There's no gun or other evidence at the flat.
Very scary. You don't expect to hear so much noise at 8 o'clock in the morning, and to see 6 big burly men just hammering at your door. So it was very scary at first, but they've got to do a job, so I just lead them to it. He said, open the door. I said, you've jammed it. And then he hit it again and it bounced off the hinge onto my head. I thought he was knocking a bit loudly to be the postman, and I was right.
Yeah, just...
None of the teams have found the gun. But in another house, they found a bulletproof vest and newspaper cuttings about the murder.
They're obviously showing an unhealthy interest in this particular case, aren't they? Some of the actual guys that do the crimes and that run in these gangs certainly like to read about their own doings. Lots of clothing go up to the lab and a bulletproof vest, which apparently he took to wearing after he was kidnapped and beaten up. So one would suggest that if you take to wearing a bulletproof vest, that you might be wanting to arm yourself as well.
With their suspect in Jamaica, the North murder team turned their attention to his possible accomplice. They view footage from over 250 CCTV cameras. Only one caught any action. It shows a man taking the keys from Marcus Cox's car and running off. The image is not clear enough to identify him. Trident used mobile phone bills found in the searches to trace the calls Siren Martin made in the minutes after the murder. He repeatedly phoned Damien Brown, his mother's boyfriend.
Between 8 o'clock and about 25 past 8, there's frantic activity on Siren Martin's phone. He actually makes 12 phone calls in that 25 minutes period. About 10 of those phone calls are to Damien. This would indicate there's obviously something's went wrong between 8 o'clock and 8:30, and he's making these frantic calls to try and get in contact. And the same can be seen when we then look at Damien's call data, the calls coming back, that Damien's making calls back to Siren. So they're obviously trying to get in contact with each other on the evening of the murder, straight after the murder.
32-year-old Damien Brown has come in voluntarily to be interviewed about the murder. He has a criminal record in America. It's the first time he's come to the attention of police in the UK.
There was at least 2 men involved in his murder. One of those chased the victim up the road and shot him, and the other one was last seen removing the car keys from the victim's vehicle before running off in the same direction. We believe we've identified a suspect. This gentleman was the boyfriend of that suspect's mother, and we've spoken to this gentleman. He's given an account of where he was and what he was doing on that Friday night. We have reason to believe that he wasn't where he says he was, and that he was in Tottenham High Road. Therefore, he's been arrested this morning for suspicion of being concerned in the murder of Marcus Cox.
Damien Brown says at the time of the murder he was at home with Siren Martin. But the mobile phone evidence shows they were frantically calling each other. Before Trident can charge Damien Brown with any offence, they need to arrest Siren Martin, the suspected gunman.
Number 5 we're looking for next. If he's jointly charged with Siren Martin, and Siren Martin did the crime, and he's standing there facing a life sentence, then that might be the incentive he needs to talk and to say, well, it wasn't me, it was Siren Martin. I'm sure he's aware of what sort of trouble he's in.
So yeah, we just need
Trident run ad campaigns to win public support. John Coles